Cafe Anyway.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
Oh, it's been a while. Wow. That took a while to get back to you to do another show that's called Mike's Daily Podcast. And this is episode 1830, 1830. I hope you've been doing things cool and you've been dirty like you know what I mean. You get out and you do stuff and get dirt all over you because you are really rough and gruff. McGruff. The crime dog. Take a bite out of crime. Mike's Daily Podcast. Oh, there was so much crime going on around where I was. Not because I was causing it, but because I was Mike's near a BART station Daily in Hayward Podcast. Oi, the stuff going on. Yeah! Oi, the stupid bus. I swear it didn't even show up. The 7:05 p.m. bus did not show up at all last night. I was so irate in downtown Hayward. Luckily, my lovely lady friend came to pick me up. That's just wrong. You gotta at least let us know you're not gonna show up. What's that all about? Public transportation. I love it, but it's so messed up sometimes. Hey, look, I know I'm complaining about stuff. And I was listening to someone who also does a show where they complain about stuff. And I was listening to the show and, well, this person, yeah, they complain about stuff, but they get a little offensive. Really offensive. And I just don't like the way this person treats other people. It's wrong. And I think it comes back to bite you in the end. And you get more bees with honey. And you get, you know, that stuff in life. You don't want to always irritate people. Hey, Mike's Daily Podcast is where we are, and Cafe Anyway. And I didn't do a show all week because, let's see, Tuesday I had to take care of taxes, finally get that done, and that got me home late. Monday I wanted to just take off anyway. And oh, look at this.
And here's today's podcast picture.
I don't always post pictures of myself, but today I do, because I got to take a nice little walk with my dog, Basil the Boxer, where I was holding him up using the wonders of the harness that I have that I got for him. And we went on a nice walk at this place we haven't been to in a while. And what's interesting is I never thought we'd get to go there again because of his legs, and that he can't hold himself up from the backside. So I hold him up now using this harness, and it seems to be working. So we went on a nice walk, and I took a picture of myself. It's a selfie. God, I did a selfie. There's too many selfies in this world, and it's not going away anytime soon. But you can see at MikesDailyPodcast.com. Oh, and also, as Basil is reminding us there, you can call me 336MM Daily, and the answering machine message I just changed. And it's a little bit shorter than the last one that included me talking with the disgruntled fiddle player. That's all gone, that greeting. So now that we've gotten rid of that, 336MM Daily, you can tell me what you think about people who complain. Maybe you want to take a guess at who I'm talking about. Take a wild guess and give me a call, 336MM Daily. Do I have any prizes? Maybe I have tickets for the April 13th Bras for the Cause breast cancer walk going on tonight. Huh? Yeah, good luck. Hey, Madame Rootabega stopping by. Hello, my commercials, Madame Rootabega, and I wanted to tell you that I am a big fan of Mike's Daily Podcast. Where have you been? Oh! Okay, well, Madam, my lovely lady friend and I have been watching a lot of Doctor Who. I rented Doctor Who from the local Fremont library. And even though I'm in Podcastro Valley, Fremont was where I was. And I went and got some Doctor Who's, the Peter Capaldi years. And she's all getting into it. We've been watching it and relaxing, watching that. And it's just been it was a fun week of just not doing the podcast. And I'm sorry, but you know what? I get no response from any of you. Nothing. Okay, Kevin will say, hey, Mike, I heard a podcast, and then we talk, and then I put him on the podcast, and hopefully you hear him on the podcast, and so Kevin is cool. The rest of you are really letting me down. What the hell? So therefore, I have not been, doing it. Yeah, we went back into a Huey Lewis thing. But you know what? But Mike, it's called Mike's Daily Podcast. You're not doing it daily. So, well, you know what? It's my damn podcast, and I can not do it if I want not to. But the point is, there's someone else here. Hello there, Mike. This is Valentino, the banking attendant. And this is Bison Bentley. Do you know that? Mike, you need to do the podcast as much as possible there. Yeah, do it all the time, or we'll get offended. Do you know that?
But if you get offended, that's the way the cookie crumbles. No.
Look, I can do what I want, and you can do what you want. And I think that's what we're learning today, except I wanted to talk about gut bomb. Yes, gut bomb. Diverticulitis. Yes, it's a beautiful name. Gut bomb is a wonderful... I hate the word gut. And I hate the word bomb. I think and not B-O-M-B, but B-A-L-M. Like it's a nice balm you put on your hands to make them smooth. No, or lip balm. I don't like either of those words. Or diverticulitis. I don't like that. But I've decided to pull this article out of a Costco newspaper anyway, or magazine. Because, and I'll tell you why, I think I might have had this, or I thought I had this, but I don't think I don't. But a couple mornings I woke up with nausea, and being a male, when you're a female and you wake up with nausea, it's, I'm pregnant, and that kind of thing. And it sucks that guys, when they wake up and feel nausea, it doesn't necessarily mean they're pregnant. Or actually, it doesn't ever mean they're pregnant. But within hours, however, you're experiencing pain levels that send you to the emergency room or urgent care. You may be suffering from diverticulitis. Let's see. It's apparently 50% of people over 60 get it. What it is, and this is why I bring it up, small pockets called diverticuli form in the wall of the sigmoid colon on the lower left side of the abdomen. So there you are. There's your abdomen right down there, and it's on your lower left side. The presence of those pockets, it goes unnoticed. Sometimes, however, they can become infected or develop a tear accompanied by bleeding. This is called the diverticulitis. As we go outside a cafe anyway, we're bringing Mike's Daily Podcast somewhere in Podcastro Valley. Actually, we're in Podcastro Valleyton today. Symptoms can include a fever, chills, diarrhea, vomiting, constipation, bloating, and cramping in the lower abdomen. When I got to this part of the article, I said, okay, I don't think I have this, but mild cases of it are usually treated with antibiotics, but if the infection or tear in the abdomen is severe enough, it can develop into serious complications such as sepsis, fistulas, peritonitis, blockages, abscesses. And they bring this up in this Costco because they suggested you can use preventative measures. And this is why I like to bring up stuff like this. I want to help you. That's my thing, is to be helpful. As a helpful guy, not an offensive guy, not a counter-negative negatoid. I want to be positoid. So, preventative measures can be done, and you work with your physician, and you can do a colon management plan. Eat a high-fiber diet, and drink plenty of liquids. And it's not only good for colon health, but overall body health. This according to this article. One of the things that people used to say, and this is something else I wanted to point out, is that some people used to say, and I remember my ex-wife's friend is totally, hypochondriacal, fanatical, hysterical, hypochondriacal. She and her husband, oh my God, the two would never shut up about what they had. Yet they're perfectly healthy walking around doing stuff. If you're that sick, you're not leaving the house, right? You're sick, you're in bed, or you're in the hospital. But this medical professionals previously believed that nuts and seeds lodged in those pouches I mentioned earlier was what caused them to tear and become infective. This is false. There's absolutely no data to support the argument that you can't eat popcorn, nuts, and seeds. There are no forbidden foods. In fact, the foods formerly thought to induce attacks are high in fiber, and that actually aids in avoiding constipation and stuff that can lead to diverticulitis. There we go, if I said that right. So embrace your seeds, embrace your fruits. That is, unless your doctor says you shouldn't. But I say they're good for you and healthy for you, but what do I know? Hey, now that we've said hi to everyone, did you know you can reduce your stress? We said hi to everyone here at Cafe Anyway, including these nice birds that are flying around and tweeting. According to an online survey by Real Networks, Inc., a casual games developer is what they are. Casual games. 64% of the respondents said that they play board games to unwind and relax, while 53% play to relieve stress. Maybe this is a good idea to do that before you go to bed at night. You know, when you get home and you're all stressed up and hopped up on, oh my God, this going on at work and that going on at work, and oh my God, I can't unwind. Maybe that you should be playing board games. It's a way to feel good, according to this profitnessguide.com. Feel good, happy, have fun. One of the greatest advantages of playing the board games is that you start laughing. Laughing is often known to help increase endorphins. All these chemicals help in feeling happy. If you are able to share fun and laughter, it helps in promoting compassion, empathy, and also trust. This is one of the best ways to feel good and happy when you're feeling low and depressed. They also are a wonderful way to spend time with your friends and family and your loved ones, your lovely lady friend. These games are fun and interesting, and of course you wouldn't like any kind of interruptions when you're playing the games. When you play the games with your loved ones, it's a good way to interact. Turn off the phone. Enjoy yourself. If you plan on a board game over dinner, it's a wonderful way to get close to your family members as you are able to strengthen the bonding with each other. I don't agree with playing the board game while you're eating dinner. That's a whole other thing. You need to enjoy your food when you're eating. In fact, all distractions should be torn away when you're eating. And you just focus on the eating and enjoying the food that you're eating. All distractions gone. Now, what about conversation? Well, if it's interfering with enjoying the food. Also, board games are good for your cognitive skills, reducing mental illness, disease, like dementia or mental fatigue, and can also reduce cognitive decline, and it reduces blood pressure, reduces stress, and it helps build your immune system. It brings positive thoughts and feelings, and that helps the brain cells fight disease and help the cells to live longer. So there you go. There is all that to do with board games, even though they might be sometimes boring games. But do that. Interact. I just don't want you to be alone. I've been alone before. I've been just at my weekend job. I used to not have much to do, and I would just sit in a room babysitting radio equipment, and I would feel lonely. And it was weird, because here you are in radio. You would think radio would be all about interactions and, communication and people. And no, sometimes it could be a very lonely place. Kind of like that ranger that watches out for wildfires, and he's up on top of that big lookout tower out in the middle of nowhere. And he gets lonely. Yes, I'm referring to a character from Northern Exposure. Great show. So think about that. Think about Huey Lewis. Think about gut bombs, and think about yourself and how you need to interact with people. I think positive people, not necessarily negative people, get them out of your life, but the positive people. Okay, there we go. Are we done? I think so. So good to do a podcast. Oh my God, it was so long. So long. See? See what happens when you don't respond to me? You see what happens when you don't email or comment on my social media or anything? You need to make an effort. This is Mike's Daily Frickin' Podcast. You need to put something in. I'm putting something in. God. You know what? When this podcast is like not, it's a two-way. It's not a one-way. It's not me. That makes it lonely. Even though I'm surrounded by people and birds and things here at Cafe anyway. But anyway, you know what? If it's got to be a two-way, it's got to be interaction. It's got to be fun. That's what this podcast is about. Okay, I hope we covered a lot of ground, like mud. And I hope you had a good time. Next show, it'll be, let's see, Chely Shoehart, Floyd the Floorman, John Deere the Engineer. Thanks for listening.
Mike's Daily Podcast is written and produced and performed by Mike Matthews. His podcast is super easy to find. Download or listen to his show and read his blog at MikesDailyPodcast.com. Email Mike now at MikesDailyPodcast@gmail.com. See you tomorrow. Bye!